Hey everyone, hope you all are doing great. First, welcome to the lecture. So, before moving on to the today's topic, let me give a introduction about myself. My name is Ayushi Mittal, and I am currently working for quite a while on the AWS Cloud and Data Path for the time being. I have AWS AI practitioner certified and a machine learning engineer associate as well. So today's topic that we are going to discuss about is AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, also known as AWS CAF. So why we are discussing this topic? Since AWS has been here for quite a while now, it's been almost 20 years. So usually people has the perspective that it is easy to migrate from on-premises services like computing, storage, databases directly to the cloud using cloud service providers. So to break those assumptions, we are here to discuss about the cloud adoption framework. So what is cloud adoption framework? It basically provide guidance, and they are the best practices to help organizations build a comprehensive approach to cloud computing across the organization and throughout the life cycle to accelerate successful cloud adoption. So as we have already told before, whenever a company is migrating from on-premises services to cloud services, it is mandatory to answer few of the questions beforehand rather than answering them after migrating to the cloud. And there might be chances or high risk of having a low ROI, return on investment, or there may be a financial loss or customer trust loss in the future. So to avoid those, a framework has been defined by AWS, that is SWAP. It is divided into six perspectives. These perspectives are: first is business perspective, second is people perspective, third is governance perspective, fourth is platform perspective, fifth is security perspective, and sixth is operations perspective. Each of these perspectives have a very important role in defining the AWS services and leading an organization to migrate to cloud. Perspective consists of sets of capabilities. A few sets of capabilities are included in all these six perspectives. Let's move on to these perspectives each one by one. So, these six core perspectives are further divided into two portions. That is, one major focus is on business capabilities, that is, business perspective, people perspective, or governance perspective. Another one is the technical domains, like technical skills. Those are platform perspective, security perspective, and operations perspective. So, what is business perspective? When a company tries to move to migrate to cloud, it has to answer a few questions to the business stakeholders. They don't know the internal working of the of the product, but they have few questions that arises like if we migrate to cloud, will it save some time or latency, or it will like increase the efficiency of the working of the company, or will it help in any way in the financial working of the company? So these are the answer questions that need to be answered while suggesting why the company needs to move on to the cloud. Also, there it has, as we have discussed, like there are various sets of capabilities. Business perspective has four set of capabilities. There are IT finance, IT strategy, benefits realization, and business risk management. Its key users are business managers, stakeholders, finance managers, and budget owners. Moving on to the next perspective, that is people's perspective. It includes, suppose a company chooses to migrate to cloud or adopt the cloud services, but its ways of working are quite rigid. So it will lead to the company will go into backdrop. So the company need to provide training programs and upskill their employees according to the cloud services they are using. Also, they should have few cloud practitioners or cloud architects as well as a few experts so that in case any problem arises, they can deal with it on the timely basis. Also, AWS provides various services like AWS Trusted Advisor and this is the Cloud Adoption Framework, and various such services are available by AWS so that company can smoothly migrate from on-premises to cloud adoption services, cloud services. These are done to build an agile organization. There are five sets of capabilities in people perspective. They are resource management. This resources must be managed properly. Incentive management, career management, training management, and organizational change management. The key people included in people perspective are human resources, HRs, staffing, and people managers. Now, moving on to the next perspective, that is governance perspective. It makes sure the skill and processes that we are using align with the IT strategy and goals that we are setting up. It aligns with business strategy so that organization can maximize the business value of its investment and minimize their business risk. It has basically four sets of capabilities. They are portfolio management, program and project management, business performance measurement, and license management. In this, one have to make sure that the company when the company adopts the cloud services, it must follow all the rules, like all the data regulations and few laws like the IT Act, also General Data Protection Regulation, GDPRs and all, so that the company can work efficiently, and it will avoid any errors or risk. The common people who use this perspective, or which are covered under this perspective, are CIO, program managers, enterprise architects, business analysts, and portfolio managers. Now we are moving on to the next perspective, that is platform perspective. If we are using the cloud or a particular platform, we must understand and communicate the nature of the IT systems and nature of the platform that we are using. It must be easy to use. If the platform itself is very complex, then it will be very difficult for for the employees to use it, and it may increase the latency, or it may reduce the efficiency of the working of the on the product. So we must be able to describe the architecture of the target state environment in detail. Here we have six type of capabilities. They are compute provisioning, network provisioning, storage provisioning, database provisioning, system and solution architecture, and application development. So while using all those services, whether it is compute service, network service, storage service, database service from AWS, all these services we are using, we must provision them according to our requirement, that is right sizing of our resources, so that we can avoid add-on cost. AWS works on the model of pay as per you go model, which says that if a company requires a certain amount of resources during at that period of time, then only those amount of resources will be used. Otherwise, there is no need to keep on using the resources, and keep on increasing the cost for using those resources. There are various AWS services for each of these resources. Like for network provisioning, we have AWS CDN, that is Content Delivery Network. For compute provisioning, we have AWS EC2, that is Elastic Cloud Compute. For storage provisioning, we have AWS RDS, AWS S3. For database, we have AWS RDS, and many more. Major people that comes under this perspective are Chief Technical Officers, CTOs, IT managers, and solution architects. Now, moving on to the next perspective, that is security perspective. We must make sure that the organization meets the security objectives. Security objectives in the sense we must provide security at every layer of the service, at every step, so that in case any uh, credentials leak or any loophole arises in the future, it can be patched up at a correct time rather than being late. And if the security credentials of a particular person which have a higher position is leaked, so they can be misused by other person of the organization or outsider, and it can cause quite a hefty amount of financial loss and in other ways. So, in the security perspective, we have five capabilities. They are identity and access management, detective control, infrastructure security, data protection, and incident response. So AWS provide a service called IAM, that is Identity and Access Management. It makes sure that every person have the privilege of using those services which are required and not even a one step higher than that. That is the principle of least privilege. It works on this condition. Also, in the security perspective, we have various other regions that we cover it, like instant response means if the security incident happens, security breach happens, then what will be the backup for that? That we cover in this scenario in security perspective, how we protect our data, how it is protected at rest and in transit. In both scenarios we cover in this perspective. How infrastructure platform is protected, and how these things all work together at every level. The main people which work under this perspective are CISO, IT security managers, and IT security analysts. Now moving on to the next perspective, that is operations perspective. In this, we try to maximize our output, like how day to day or year to year business work will be conducted, and efficiently improve it. It has seven capabilities. Those are service monitoring, application performance monitoring, resource inventory management, release management or change management, reporting and analytics, business continuity or disaster recovery, IT service catalog. As we have discussed, like how day-to-day operations works in the organization and how we can improve it, that comes under operations perspective, like monitoring and logging. All those comes under this. Also, like if any disaster occurs, what is the backup plan for that? That comes under this ratio, this perspective. How we are, how our application is working is we are doing regular basis health checks on that. How those resources used by the provided by AWS cloud providers, how much efficiency they are being used? Are being utilized in maximum efficiency, or they are being kept and leading to add-on costs. So those are also come understood or discussed in this operations perspective. The main people that you comes under this perspective, that this perspective covers are ID operations manager and ID support managers. So what are the key takeaways from this cloud adoption framework and these perspectives and their corresponding capabilities is that there are various cloud service providers in the market. The most popular three ones are, the first is AWS, that Amazon Web Services by AWS. Next one is Microsoft Azure, that provided by Microsoft, and the third one is the Google Cloud Engine by Google. So, according to the research, AWS has done acquired a lot of the market. If a company is trying to scale up, and company database has grown from few hundreds of thousands of customers to like lakhs or in millions of customers. So it is difficult to purchase all those services, all those like compute servers or databases, and to for its operation and for its management as well. So for that scenarios, the company tries to move on to the cloud. While moving on to the cloud, the smooth transition requires certain guidelines that needs to be covered. So for that, we use AWS CAF, that is Cloud Adoption Framework. All this perspective consists of set of business or technology capabilities that we have discussed, each containing the three perspectives that are the responsibility of key stakeholders. That's all from my end. Hope you like the lecture. Have a great day. Thank you.